Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PWO WrestleCast. Show. Of course, it's everyone's favorite. It's the two-man power trip. I'm your host, Matt. With me, as always, it's Ryan Alvarez.
It's a slow burn.
And we are here today. Hopefully, you're just joining us from the you're joining us after watching the WrestleCast. But we're here to talk some Impact Wrestling, and we are going against all odds this weekend. And honestly, I'm pretty excited for this show. There's some matches that I'm not as interested in, but some ones I'm actually pretty into.
Yeah, that the thing that I respect about this card is that in some way, shape, or form, there has been some sort of build to every single one of these matches. So I'm ready to defy the odds.
I love it. Love it. Speaking of defying the odds, we're kind of taking a gamble on this one because this match has only been reported, but it hasn't been confirmed. So if it happens, great. And the rumor match here is Tenille Dashwood versus Jordan Grace. And I got to tell you, I kind of think Tenille Dashwood's stealing one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really don't know what to make about this new character that we're seeing from Jordan Grace, where she can't get it done after being a multiple time knockouts champion already, and now we're into this tag team knockouts phase where she can't get it done. But this is just to push that storyline a little bit more forward. If this does happen, I'm sure Jordan or Rachel Ellering will be at ringside, and maybe there's some shenanigans. I don't know, but I'm sure with Caleb with a K at ringside, there's going to be some anyway.
I'm really looking forward to this Jordan Grace heel turn that's been slowly coming out of this whole thing, I think.
Yep.
Up next, we have a 5-way match to determine the number one contender for the X Division title. God, I hope this is elimination, but they haven't said so I don't know. Sorry, I know that's usually your bit here, but we have Rohit Raju versus Petey Williams versus Trey Miguel versus Ace Austin versus Chris Bay. Winner will get a shot later down the line against Josh Alexander. Pretty excited for that one. Also, I think it's gonna be a really fun match.
Yeah, and I was really looking forward to somebody like Trey Miguel in this match. But that has not been announced, and it hasn't been on Impact this evening, which is a little bit of a disappointment.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, no, Trey Miguel is this match. I'm sorry. I was not looking at the right match. I apologize.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Golly.
That's why we have editing.
Oh, I'm not gonna edit that out. Here's exactly what happened.
Real life, baby.
I was busy watching Madman Fulton take a super Canadian destroyer at 7 feet 300 pounds, and that's absolutely insane.
Boy, yeah, I'm not taking that. I gotta tell you. So, Madman Fulton with Ace Austin, the last ever Ring Ka King champion, Mahabali Shera, with Rohit. I imagine those guys are gonna kind of take each other out. I think Chris Bay and Petey Williams are gonna X each other out. I think Trey Miguel's actually winning this.
So this is kind of a nod to the Impact Twitter page from this evening. They specifically pinpointed a face-off between Chris Bay and Trey Miguel.
Maybe my math is off, and it's Petey Williams.
So I'm going with Petey Williams. I think it kind of books itself. Two rough and tough Canadian men. I'm really glad they didn't do that to poor Josh Alexander.
I'm gonna stick with it because we don't disagree very often.
No, not as of late. But I'm thinking this could be a Petey Williams match just to kind of fill the gap here, because I think we're on the same page here because it was very choice words from Josh Alexander after his Iron Man match from TJP, and it was that he is the only he's the only Impact person signed with the company to hold a title, and I'm hoping he meant male because we do have some female talent who have it, but goes to call himself the King of the Mountain.
Hey, wait. Followed by designer tag champs, though. Maybe he just means singles.
Maybe, yeah. It was a very strange choice of words, but either way, he calls himself the King of the Mountain. It's more of a Slammiversary style match, so maybe we'll get something with that. Who knows?
What was the last King of the Mountain match we had?
A couple years ago. It was before COVID.
Well, I know definitely before COVID, but
I want to say
I think I haven't seen one since like
2018.
Man, that's way sooner than I was gonna say. I don't remember one that wasn't into 6 sides.
I want to say it was 2018 because I think I was gonna review it. No, it was not 2018. Well, this is live at its best, folks. As Codd Sinclair scrambles. So I know that there's one in 2015.
Last one was 2016.
Okay. So I'm
Which
doing
the King of the Mountain Championship.
Listen, I'm doing an Alvarez versus Meltzer for the 2015 version of that. So it wasn't a King of the Mountain match, though, in 2016. It was a singles match for the TNA King of the Mountain Championship, which is kind of silly. Impact was in a weird place. So the actual last King of the Mountain match, 2015, which Ryan Alvarez will be reviewing on Alvarez versus Meltzer here in a few weeks, and that'll be after we get back from Next Generation Wrestling. It was Bobby Roode, Matt Hardy, Eric Young, Drew Galloway, and being accompanied by Karen Jarrett. Welcome to his world. It's Jeff Jarrett.
What a mark. What a mark for himself.
And see, it was for the King of the Mountain Championship.
He's the King of the Mountain.
Yeah, well, he should have just given it to himself.
God, I can't wait.
Shouldn't have even had a match.
Watch some old King of the Mountain. We'll have to talk about King of the Mountains later because I could go on a tangent here. There's actually some really fun matches of King of the Mountain. I hope that's where we go, personally.
Agreed, but I think we need a transitional guy there. So that's my main reasoning for selecting Petey Williams.
Okay. All right. Up next, we have a Rich Swann with Willie Mack versus W. Morrissey. I have to because I think it's the right thing to do here. W. Morrissey is winning. And here's where this is interesting. Rich Swann's contract was supposedly up in May of 2021. Could this be how we finish off Rich Swann?
I'm on board. No, I'm really on board with this, and I think this will be a telling match to see where he is at contractually. I know that Impact does a lot of handshake deals with I guess outside talent.
I think Storm and Shelley currently.
Yeah, so W. Morrissey needs to go over here, and even if Rich Swann was staying, W. Morrissey needs to go over. You can't book somebody to be a destructive monster like they've been building him as, and then totally dick him over. Now, I understand that Rich Swann is the former Impact World Champion, but you have to understand how he won most of his matches. It was by sheer dumb luck. Most of the times by a roll-up or catching his opponent. So if he does, it's going to be like that, and I'll be thoroughly upset. But it won't be until W. Morrissey beats the brakes off of him.
Has Morrissey lost yet?
No.
Is it just weird? Could you see them giving Swan the win here so that he has a loss on his record, and we can just move on from that before it becomes an issue?
And that it's a credible loss.
Quote unquote credible.
Well, credible in the sense that he's a former Impact World Champion.
Yeah, that's pretty
Makes
much
sense. Makes sense.
All right, back on track. Same page here. Next up, God, this is still crazy to me. New Japan is in Impact. Satoshi Kojima is going to face Joe Doring in a singles match. It's got to be Kojima, right?
Yeah, it has to be Kojima. It could go 50-50.
After he lost, that sealed it for me. The next New Japan guy had to win.
That was also for gold, so that could have been either way. This is just a straight up singles match. This match has got a lot of history behind it. It's got to be Kojima. It has to be. I mean, unless it's Hooker by Crook, and somebody gets involved.
You know what would be, I think, the worst situation that I could kind of see happening? I don't want it to, but I could kind of see it happening. There is interference, and Eddie Edwards makes the save, and it's a tag team match, playa.
I hope not. Wait,
I still have Kojima winning.
Is Eddie Edwards healthy, or is he still on the shelf?
I don't know. He was just on the show tonight, but I also don't know if this show is going to be live this weekend. I don't know if the rest of the show has already been taped.
Yeah. We shouldn't waste our time on this. It's got to be Kojima. Agreed. If it's not, then why did we bring him over?
Just to have him over. Just to do the thing. All right, up next, Good Brothers versus Sami Callihan and mystery tag partner that we already know is Tommy Dreamer.
So I'm gonna take this one because
take it.
I was so upset. And this makes a lot of sense. Sami Callihan has been feuding with, Americanized Bullet Club, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the back and forth they've had, that Sammy's had with Kenny Omega and, the Good Brothers. And so you would think this would be an excellent time to bring in maybe a king of sorts or anybody else. But instead, we get the AARP card-carrying sloth of a Tommy Dreamer. And I love ECW Tommy Dreamer. I don't understand why we have this. We have this title match against Rich Swann, and it's essentially, no pun intended, his swan song. He's getting a title shot. It's his birthday. It's like the perfect send-off. And now we bring him back, and we have a lot of credible talent on the card. God, I would rather Trey Miguel pull double duty, because that would make a lot of sense for him to back up Sammy. But to pull the Tommy Dreamer card again, it's showing desperation, and it's showing that that one of these companies is getting are reaping the true benefits of the talent exchange here between AEW and Impact.
Still think it's Impact just because they get the better wrestlers out of the two shows. They're not getting enough of the AEW wrestlers I think they should, but let's be real here. They're getting the ratings boost, and they're getting Kenny Omega.
So
everything else is gravy.
So let me about face for that then. One end is getting quality, the other one is getting quantity. Or is not getting quantity, which is one and the same.
Yeah. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more.
Yeah. This was a perfect opportunity, though.
maybe this is maybe uh Kaz would have made a lot of sense, especially since he's trying to fight the Good Brothers.
It makes a ton of sense. But we can't get that?
So I don't know. This is a street fight, by the way, which to me says this is the Good Brothers winning with some shenanigans from the Young Bucks.
Ooh, okay.
I know we were just talking about this, but
yeah.
The one match that we're going to talk about later being placed in a certain Jacksonville area code makes me kind of think we're going to do a little bit more this go around.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Good Brothers. Tommy Dreamer eats the pin. It protects Sammy. Spoiler alert for his world title match at Slammiversary. It makes a ton of sense.
Yep. So, moving right along. Don't hit me with copyright. We got Violent by Design defending the tag titles. It's got to be Diener and Rhino versus Decay, Black Tourouche, and Crazy Steve. VBD, baby.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Deonna Purrazzo versus Rosemary. Deonna Purrazzo.
Listen, I'm going to die on this stake, okay? This is the hill I'm dying on. There is no better worker, no better female worker since the start of the pandemic. The way that she's being booked. Hold on. Now we're looking at total package. Okay, so everything all together. You can't just nitpick one or the other. It's got to be everything. Okay, the most well-rounded female competitor, Deonna Purrazzo, and that's you take into account in-ring work, booking, match quality, frequency of matches. She's also working indie events. So if you look at everything encompassing,
she's about to hold 2 belts.
Yeah. Does she still hold the Warrior Wrestling Women's Championship?
She's about to hold 3 belts.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just assuming she doesn't lose.
No, she doesn't. And this is how you book a champion. This is how you book a champion. This is how you book a credible champion. This is how you book a professional wrestling machine right here. There is not a flaw in her game. Now, the argument was brought up earlier within our own circle. Oh, well, you forgot about Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte Flair took 6 months off. I'm talking about beginning to now, the whole thing, the whole package. And there's nothing wrong with what Charlotte does, okay? It's just when you don't know how she's going to be booked, and when she is booked, it's pretty mediocre. Her in-ring work saves a lot of that.
We're going to hold off on Charlotte because we're going to have to talk about her on Monday, I think. Trust me. I write the script.
But that's just one example.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But there's no denying, okay, whether you agree or disagree with me. And that's not you specifically. It's just everybody in general.
Anyone.
Yeah. Okay. Deonna Purrazzo, since being released from WWE, has been one of the most consistent female workers in the world.
She's been the best booked female wrestler in the world today.
And she has
from July of last year for almost a full calendar year.
And she has the in-ring work that can support that.
Yeah. She's definitely good enough. I think it's a mistake if we take the belt off her here before she has her matchup with Gail Kim at the NWA Empowered show.
Fuck off.
I actually did mean to say Mickie James that time, actually. I did actually mean to not say Gail Kim and say Mickie James.
I've got bigger plans.
But Gail Kim is going to be the Slammiversary match. So she ain't losing to Rosemary here.
Oh, no, she's definitely not losing to Rosemary.
Moving right along. We got Fire and Flavor defending Knockouts tag titles against Kimberly and Susan. Fire and Flavor, baby.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about this match.
Love them.
Okay.
Hate them.
Yep.
They are the champions.
Listen, and they're not
Embrace
losing until Slammiversary until the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships become a little more iconic. God, that's perfect.
Except they, God, I hope they're just iconics with just one eye and they can get away with it. If not,
yeah.
I am very down with Aussie Attraction.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, if you want, you can DM me for other tag team names I can come up with. I feel like I'm missing a match on here other than the main event, but I think it's just the main event. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We
that's
even
left
got
is
the other two.
Kenny Omega defending the Impact World title against Moose in Daly's place. It's in Jacksonville. Everything else is going to be in Tennessee, but this one apparently is in Jacksonville.
Yeah, so essentially, you know, how this came out is Sami Callihan defeated Moose last week by disqualification. And you know, Don Callis is not about it. He's very afraid, or seems to be afraid, of Sami Callihan. So this is a deal struck between Tony Khan and Scott D'Amore. And this is what happened on tonight's Impact. They agree it'll be a one-on-one match. Tony Khan's end is that this will take place in Daly's place. Scott D'Amore's part is that Sami Callihan gets his shot at Slammiversary, which frightens me even more. Because you know, I don't want to get too far off here.
Match, so
wait, what?
It's not gonna be a singles match.
Where?
At Slammiversary.
Oh my gosh.
It's not.
So here's my
Spoiler
thing.
alert.
Sami Callihan is not gonna be in the match.
Yeah, he'll be in the match.
He's getting jumped beforehand. He's not gonna be able to make it out.
You're talking about for Slammiversary?
Yeah.
Nah.
See, and here's my problem with this. Okay. Are you trying to diddle me?
No, it's gonna be a fatal 4-way at Slammiversary.
I see. My only gripe with that, and I would be kind of upset about it, is we could have just made this a triple threat to begin with.
I would tell you that the fatal 4-way is going to be better than a triple threat match.
Is it because you're thinking there will be maybe a Samoan Joseph or a Danielson of the Bryans?
No, I'm thinking of an instant classic.
Okay. Not to get too.
We'll get there. We'll get there. When I get we'll get there.
Yeah. So just my reaction on the decision to move the Sami Callihan match, or to move his opportunity per se, he hasn't been winning a lot as of late, you know, and that's my only problem here. Is we could have made this a triple threat and it would have been a very easy out, and it could have protected Moose. Moose could have gotten his rematch at Slammiversary. However, not the decision we've made. This is definitely going to be a Kenny Omega win. There's no doubt about it.
Especially when the Young Bucks kick him. So, all right, here's ultimately what I think is going to happen. Kenny Omega is going to win this match, and it's going to be crooked as all anything. And so it's going to be, you know what, fine. You know, Kenny Omega cheated to win, and he did this and that, and here is why Moose should be added to the match at Slammiversary. And, of course, Tony Khan, being the wonderful, wonderful businessman he is, great at negotiations, working himself onto better TV shows like TBS, is going to say, well, that's not fair. That's 2 Impact guys and only 1 AEW guy. We got to even this out. And who else has the lineage to be an Impact World Champion other than the guy who's never held the belt in Impact?
Kazarian.
And that's Christian Cage.
Mm.
And we're finally going to get the blow off of his stuff with Kenny Omega.
Christian Cage makes more sense. Yeah, Christian Cage makes more sense because he has the singles victory over Kaz.
Yeah. And Christian Cage has the history with Impact as a main eventer. You can keep pushing that Moose still isn't getting his one-on-one shot. And we're going to ride that train, baby, to Bound for Glory. Hey, you know I said train. Choo-choo, baby.
I hate you. That better not happen. You're putting it out into the world. If I see Braun Strowman in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, you're not going to see Braun Strowman.
Oh, good.
You're going to see Brain Strongman. What's Brian Strongman doing in the Impact Zone?
He's going to have a circus. He's going to have a circus gimmick.
Weirdo here, and we go, what's Adam Wyatt doing here?
Oh, God. No, he's going to be like, he's going to be like the steak and egg guys from friggin' Family Guy.
Steak and
eggs. Eggs and steak. We're not gonna get copyrighted. Delicious.
Just between the Muppets and Family Guy references.
He's gonna be that guy, but I think we can both solidly agree that there will be no title change on this night.
It'll be goodbye and good night.
Yeah, and it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best Impact match to this point this year.
Ooh, let me talk to you.
You go ahead. And that's just a bold prediction.
Just because I think the interference is kind of caused a little frustrations with that match. I'm telling you, I think this 5-way for the number 1 contender match is going to be fireworks. Everyone in it is such a great worker.
See, and here's my only problem is
it's not
who's going to officiate this match?
Which one? Moose Omega?
Yeah.
You know we got to bring out the double refs, baby.
So that's my thing. I think whoever it is ejects everyone.
You know who should officiate this match?
Earl Hebner.
Yeah, Earl Hebner.
Earl Hebner. You're all about that screw job. And see, here's my thing with the way that
Canadians doing sharpshooters, Ryan.
Kenny being booked in Impact has been different than Kenny being booked in AEW. And the way they're booking Kenny Omega with being the Impact World Champion is not as cowardly, I guess, to this point. All of his wins have been clean. And that's the only reason I don't see as much interference. But if this is a clean match, this could exceed expectations, I think, for a lot of people.
I agree with that.
And like you said, if there's shenanigans, it takes a little bit away from it, but do the right thing. No outside interference. Let Kenny Omega win clean. Okay, it does nothing to Moose's stock.
See, I would prefer if Moose didn't lose clean, though. I'm holding out that we got to do stuff to make Moose the top guy. And I don't want him losing because I feel like when he eventually wins, it's going to seem a little less than. Like, it's going to be hard to justify him getting another shot at it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's just kind of my thought process on this.
See, I think Moose losing, depending on how you book him in the match, I think he could come out the other side clean and still looking like the top guy. I don't think he kicks out of a one-winged angel, which he's going to take, and it's going to look scary.
Are we sure he's going to take a one-winged angel?
Oh, he's taking it. And again, this is in my alternate universe where there's going to be no outside interference, and Don Callis is going to be on commentary.
All right, that's fair. I'm excited for the show, though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm more excited for this show than I am TakeOver this weekend.
So I feel like we said this the past couple of times that Impact has lined up with the TakeOver, and the TakeOver ends up just edging it out.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, I think I am hesitant because of that. But Ryan, it's about that time of the night, man. Hit him with the plug.
It is. This is going to be quick because you're going to see this video, the next video, the video after that. So Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Dwight's Odyssey, Kofi.com/PWO123. Just do it. Okay. And on top of that, you guys are going to find us at Next Generation Wrestling Tennessee. That'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee. June 27th is the show. Tickets are on sale. They are limited at the moment. There will be none at the door from our understanding if you've been listening to the WrestleCast. $18 for adults, $15 for children. Buy your tickets. Go. You're going to see Rich Swann at this show. Okay? You're going to see Caleb with a K. You're going to see Sue Young. Okay? Who knows? Who else you can see? Who's going to answer the Tank Man Challenge?
I have a guess on that, but I'm going to save it for our Party Bowl prediction show.
That's right. While eating Party Bowls.
And guys, get there early. Come hang out. Because Lord knows we got to be in the parking lot pre-party bowling. Come join us.
That's right.
Let's have a good time. Let's, show out for Next Gen, man. And if you can't be there in person, which I understand, there's still a lot going on. It's a crazy world out there. And I hope you all are staying safe, staying healthy, doing what you can. If you can't be there in person, High Spots, man, you can watch their shows still digitally from the safety of your own home and your couch. Just saying, you can still be a part of this show.
True.
And with that, I think that's the end of our prediction show.
Let
us know what you think down in the commentary section below. Add us on Twitter. Come yell at us on Facebook. Let us know. Take care. Spec your hair. Matt Cardona. Don't sue me just because you copied someone else's gimmick and I'm copying yours. I'm actually not part of the Nick Gage fan club either. So I'm just throwing this out there to start stuff. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.
Oh my God.